Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Today's video includes stories about cheating, hypocritical and toxic people, child endangerment, negligent parents, and problematic friendships. Be aware. Am I the idiot for being the reason my friend's daughter had to go to the hospital? I know the title sounds horrible, but I don't know how else to put it. I am not a very busy person. I don't start college until September and I don't have a job, so not much to do. A few weeks ago, my friend Alice, 22, female, came to my door with her daughter Millie, 3, female, and told me she really needs me. Apparently, she had an emergency to attend to and she needed an urgent sitter. She didn't really ask, and just gave me the kid and a bag of toys and books, and told me she would be back in a few hours. I have no problem with this. Millie is a very sweet kid and she knows me well enough to be comfortable around me. Still, it was a bit unexpected, but I was going out to the cinema, so I thought I would take her with me and we would walk around a bit and watch something. Everything went smoothly, we watched a movie together, Millie seemed happy, and I was enjoying my time as well. Then we went to the park and I thought it would be nice to get us some ice cream. We both had vanilla swirls and she seemed to enjoy it for a bit, but as soon as we got home she started throwing up and developed what seemed to be a rash. I thought maybe she got a bug or something and called her mom, but when she didn't pick up, so I took her to the hospital. Apparently, Millie has a mild allergy to dairy, and Alice did not tell me this. I have never seen Alice give her dairy, but I thought that was a dietary choice, and to be honest, I did not take that much notice to it. I never knew this explicitly. She was safe and nothing bad was going to happen to her, but she was obviously very uncomfortable until the antihistamines kicked it. I kept calling Alice and she only picked up a few hours later, and as soon as I told her we were at the hospital, she got furious. When she came in she yelled at me, telling me I was trying to kill her baby, because I had to take care of her on such short notice, and I was an idiot for not knowing her child would react like this to ice cream. I apologized many times, sent them cards and a present for Millie, but apparently she has been telling our group of friends that I tried to hurt Millie, and I should not be trusted around children. Some of our friends berated me for my lack of attention, and told me I would have to carry the responsibility if anything worse had happened to Millie. I tried to explain that I didn't know and nothing worse was going to happen, and I did my best to help her, but it still became a divisive event. Am I the idiot? Is it really all my fault? I really want what's best for Millie and I would never do anything to hurt her. OP gives more info in the comments. Did you know that Millie does not eat dairy? Even if you didn't know she was actually allergic? It was just something I noticed, in passing a few times, but it was never explicitly mentioned to me and it wasn't that obvious. Info: what was so urgent that your friend had to drop off her child, and was too busy to pick up the phone? Absolutely no idea, she didn't tell me when she was dropping Millie off, and she didn't tell me afterwards, because she didn't have anything much to say to me, I guess. For future reference, never feed someone else's kid anything, unless you talk it over with the parent first. There are lots of different food-related issues that kids can have. She was with me for several hours. I couldn't reach out to her mother. I fed her food and got her ice cream as dessert because I didn't know about her allergy. I took her out to see a movie she chose, took her to the park so she could play and wanted to treat her. I don't know what else I can do. Info: did you imply to your friend that you would be keeping Millie at your place for these several hours? Did she know anything about you taking her daughter out of the house with you? No, she didn't. I understand I was at fault there. But I didn't want her to just spend the day inside when it was a nice day and I wanted to keep her entertained. Alice didn't tell me anything about this. Info: how is Alice's parenting normally? And did she have a really good reason for not being able to answer the phone earlier? She is usually good, a bit too strict at times and sometimes clueless, but she's normally really nice. She is known to blow up though. Are you sure that your friend never mentioned about her daughter's allergies? Could you somehow missed or forgot about it? And maybe that's what bothers you right now. I'm just insecure about it. I have been getting shit from some people, and Millie is a kid I care about. I am certain it was never mentioned during conversation, I just haven't seen Millie have anything with dairy in it before. I am just worried it might be due to my inattentiveness, and I wanted to know if that was the case. Good God, this mother is a huge idiot. Ma'am, if you leave your child with someone, always have your phone with you and always answer that person's calls, texts, smoke signals or whatever, while your child is in their care. And if they have a health problem, anything, even if some consider it insignificant, always make sure the responsible adult knows about it. Especially when it comes to illnesses, allergies, intolerances, medications. It doesn't matter if it's annoying, or if you think the person knows, remind them. It's your child's safety and health we're talking about here. In my opinion, the OP is far from an idiot. She helped a friend in need, took care of her child, and did the right thing by getting the kid to the hospital when help was needed. The friend already made a huge mistake by not telling the OP that her daughter had allergies, which we can forgive her for depending on her rush because of the type of emergency. Which we still don't know what it was. But not answering the phone was a huge mistake. On top of that, she's also accusing that person of intentionally hurting the child. That's insane. I could understand if that was just her first reaction out of fear/surprise, after finding that her daughter was at the hospital, and then later apologizes to OP. But not only she thinks this way, she's also spreading this lie to other people? I don't know if she's a good mother, but she doesn't seem like a good person, much less a good friend. And what do you think about this situation? What advice would you give the OP? Have you ever been in a similar situation? Now let's read the comments and see what they say. Not the idiot. It is the responsibility of the allergy sufferer or their guardian to tell you of their allergies. You ain't psychic. Explain the full situation to your friends. I think neglecting to mention an allergy is the least of her problems. There is something deeply insane in the membrane. Accusing OP of attempted murder? Give me a break. Not the idiot. If your kid has a food allergy, you tell the babysitter she has a food allergy. If it's a milk allergy and not a casein intolerance, which it sounds like it is, that can be fatal. And so not only should she have warned you, but she should have given you an EpiPen and showed you how to use it. She's irresponsible, and this is entirely her fault. Also include that the mom didn't leave OP with antihistamines or an EpiPen, and directions on how and when to use them. This is the first thing parents with kids who have allergies do when leaving their child with someone. OP is not the idiot at all. Not the idiot. Personally, if I were dropping my kid off to someone, I'd be sure to inform them of any allergies. You didn't know about the allergy, so it's not your fault at all. Most people aren't even observant enough to notice little things like that. What matters is Millie is okay, and you did the right thing by taking her straight to the hospital. Do you agree with the comments? Would you say something different? Do you think the child's mother was right? Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below. Oh, and are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. This really helps the channel, so I appreciate it. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for warning my friend her baby would be treated differently by the father's family because she isn't married to him? My friend, Alyssa, is having a baby with my fiancé's cousin, Daniel. My fiancé's family are old-fashioned, and having children outside of wedlock isn't something the elders are happy about, even these days. I've known them my whole life, so I've seen firsthand how children born out of wedlock are treated differently. The only child they've treated the same as my son, and that's because everybody always knew/assumed I would eventually marry my fiancé. So it wasn't as big of a deal to his parents as it would have been otherwise, but even then, there were some issues we had to work through. I warned Alyssa that her baby is most likely going to be treated differently, because she had all of these plans for her daughter's life that relied on the dad's family funding them, which I think won't happen. I know it's a tough pill to swallow, but she accused me of lying and mentioned how my son's grandparents and great-grandmother treated him just as good as the other kids in the family. I told her that was different, and she didn't like my answer when I explained how it was. We've been fighting for the last week and I'm wondering if I was an a-hole? OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. I told my friend her baby was most likely going to be treated differently to the other grandchildren in the dad's family. I hurt her feelings by saying what I said, and I said it when she was excited about the life she was planning for her baby, so I could have chosen a better opportunity to gently explain how the baby's paternal family are. As I mentioned, OP also replies some comments and gives more information. Info needed. How are you stating these things as facts? What are you basing this on? I've seen it happen before in 3 different cases, including with Daniel's brother. I warned her so she doesn't get her hopes up, and ends up hurt once her baby is born, and things aren't how she expects them to be. Daniel is engaged already, he's in an open relationship, so he won't marry her. I don't think she should end the pregnancy, unless she wants to. Hey OP, I get where you're coming from, but maybe the way you articulated your thoughts wasn't great. It's tough to hear someone imply that a child won't be good enough, even if that wasn't your intention. I can see why your friend was upset. But after reading the details you shared about the child's paternal family, I understand your perspective, and what you were trying to do. So no, I don't think you're the idiot here, but it seems like you might be marrying into a family of idiots, since to them, it seems like a child's worth is based on their parents' marital status. So, perhaps you're not the idiot, but they definitely are. And you need to ask yourself OP, are you sure you want to be part of this family? If the answer is yes, I hope you are prepared for the possible situations you may face in the future. Good luck. Now let's read what the comments say. Info, what is your goal with telling her this? And insisting she believe you? Do you think she needs to marry her partner? You had a child, and haven't even married your partner yet. Should she be in more of a rush to marry than you are? Make her partner propose? Do you think she should end the pregnancy? What is she supposed to do to roll back the clock on being pregnant and unmarried? Seriously, what is the point of this conversation? The only thing you really seem to be telling her is that you, like her, had a child without getting married, but you are special and she needs to acknowledge it. You are the idiot. I was with you until you brought up the fact that they treat your child, born out of wedlock, just fine. And, you still aren't actually part of the family because he hasn't married you. Since it's been long enough that you know they treat your child fine, sounds like a really long engagement. Wow. You are the idiot. Except in the comments she states her cousin is engaged to someone else, and in an open relationship. So the baby is, from a traditional point of view, an affair baby. You need to mention in the original post that the baby daddy is in a serious relationship with someone else. That makes a huge difference in how people are judging this post. They are assuming these 2 people are in a relationship. You are right, but stop fighting with your friend. Her knowing beforehand won't really change the reality. Not the idiot, and I think all these "you are the idiot" votes are misunderstanding your purpose, and also the situation at large. I would amend the original post to include that the father of this woman's child is already engaged to someone else. Letting her know that she shouldn't rely on financial support of judgmental people, who have a history of othering those in circumstances similar to hers, is a perfectly fine thing to do, in my honest opinion, and in some ways, probably doing her a favor. And what do you guys think of this situation? What would you do if you were OP? And if you were her, and knowing how they are, would you still want to be part of this family? Don't forget to leave your comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.